I don't even know which camera it is. It's been so long since I've physically been live. What the hell is this? It's like a claw or something I found. Okay. Well, everybody, I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since we've been live, and I'm pretty happy to be back for a degree. There's so much going on and so much to tell you. It's kind of overwhelming in a way. So, and I'm again a last minute stream. I wasn't going to do this today, and actually I have to be done at a certain time. So I want to make sure that I got this in to you guys today, and then show you what I kind of got planned this week if everything goes right. As we know, I've been dealing with some health issues. Nothing that I can't defeat, but we'll get there. Hey Rob, hope all is well, and sound is good, and camera is good. Darren Smith, good to see you too. See you again, Rob. Well, to kind of finish things, I've been getting ready to put the additional table in here to connect so I can start the Subbuteo League, which I was hoping to start this week. But that had to go on the back burner. This week, I'm hoping to get some things in. Actually, some playthroughs and some... I'm looking at this camera and it isn't even on. Hold on. There we go. Oh, yeah. Just like that. See? So actually, I'm going to move this over here a little bit. There we go. So I can see the chat as well. There we go. Pete, how you doing? So we've been battling some health issues. Some things have been going on. Let me just move something here because I still have stuff on here. And we were hoping to be done with our upgrades. Oh God! First time streamer here, folks. I mean, jeez. Only on this channel. Only on this. This doesn't happen to anybody else but me. I wanted to start today the Subbuteo tournament I wanted to do, take a couple of weeks off, and then start the league back, along with other things that I planned on doing down that way. And I finally got this place where it's pretty decent, but that all went out the window for a couple of reasons, okay? But let's just start with what I'm hoping to cover this week. I want to do set... Why am I here? I mean, really. Set a watch, Sword of the Coins. So I want to do that this week. Hopefully. Valeria, Card Kingdom. That's another one I've been checking out and learning. And I got a whole bunch of expansions for it too, which I planned on doing, which is, either I'll go right into Flames and Frost or Crimson Seas. I've been checking this one out, which is Dark Sword, which is pretty cool. The other thing, which we're hoping to do, is this. I got this in. Now, I get everything late because I wait for it to come to Miniature Market and I buy it from them, of course. Careful with the equipment. Yeah, well, I'm trying. I'm not, because I've got so many things here that I have to finish going through a bit, but that's neither here nor there. But my health has been an issue that we are dealing with, and we're hoping to get through that. I plan on trying to do some things, and I've got a ton of things that I was hoping to do here over the next week or so. But there have been some things that have gone on that kind of complicate things. I finally got this to the way I want it, and I'm going to have to take it all down. After close to 30 years or 20 something years that we have been here, there's a good chance that we're going to be moving. And what complicates that is that we are moving to a farm out west a little bit in Florida here, probably about 25 minutes from here. We're moving towards a town called the Villages, possibly. Right now, there are a lot of things going on that go beyond our control, if it's going to happen or not. But should this come to pass, we've got moving. We are also paying an exorbitant amount to make sure that we get Xfinity into that particular area, because they have CenturyLink, and that is almost a deal breaker. And we're finding out that you can't get high-speed internet out there, which means I would shut the channel down, and that would be the end of that. But we were able to make a deal with Comcast because we are moving to a farm where it is going to be a multi-generational thing. So everybody is selling their house. I have a 80-year-old mother-in-law that we want to try to take care of. And one of the big things with that is that she can't maintain her own home anymore, even though you talk to her, and an old Navy drill sergeant. So you know what I'm dealing with. Stubborn as anything. Then we've got my daughter, who there is a second home on the property, which will move in with my mother-in-law, and then of course the grandkids and my son, who relies on his stream to survive. So there's a lot of moving parts to it. We put our house up, and basically we had 6 offers in a day. Okay, because this is a pretty nice place. Of course, they couldn't come out here and see this disaster. But we're really having a tough time with the people out there. What they want, what they design. So there's so many moving parts to this, and it's the smart thing for us to kind of condense everybody in the one area, but financially it's tough. So what does that mean for the channel? Well, it means I'll be streaming for a couple weeks, and then if everything goes the way it should be, a couple of weeks to maybe a month or two, I won't be streaming, but you will have videos of things. So what I have done this week is I've created a whole bunch of videos, and I good solid material, not just back burner stuff. I've got the comic book thing going every other Saturday. I did a whole bunch of sci-fi stuff going every other Saturday, until we can possibly. What is your son's channel? So no, you don't want to watch it. It's a Twitch channel. It's out there. That's all I'm gonna say. Love my son, but out there. The other thing we're concerned about is my current health, which is not very good. I've been pretty sick lately, and me physically doing all this is virtually impossible. So I have to kind of, take a look at things, figure out, and hope that I can beat what's going on and get better. I've never, if anything, I go out with my boots and they get a lot of money. Does your son do board games? No, he does not. So there's a lot of things in this that it's such a big change. We went to Xfinity. They said that they could dig and put everything in. It cost us $12,000 because it's available there, but getting from the street all the way to the back, mid part of the property. I mean, you're talking 20 acres of land, and maybe we'll have some of the cows and the sheep come in and play some games and do some things when we get it in. They say it'd take anywhere from 30 to 60 days to get it in, and of course it would have to be a business line, which means that I've got to make this a business in some sense. So again, we're not going to try to patron or do any of that stuff. What we're going to do is kind of just rely on people watching videos, and monetizing those videos and making sure that they get a good thing. But I also want to do my own thing. So, you have to show something. So yeah, we're going to obviously show some great losses. You can only do that for a little while and keep the business line. And then eventually, figure things out. There's a lot of things that go to this. My wife and I have been up at night, which hasn't helped things much. I've had a few procedures which just have been tough. And I think the thing that gets me is I still have an incredible passion to do this. So, is it worth going through all the things that we're going to go through? Now, will the studio be bigger and nicer? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's kind of hysterical because, we just got this, we got our second storage unit, and now we would have to move those 2 storage units over to cross town, and, well, not cross town, but, about 40 minutes towards the villages, and rent out 2 other storage units, which I've already looked into and signed a contract for a couple to put on hold. So I'll have to move all that stuff over there, which means you'll get another video, only you'll see that we have a lot more games than the one that you had. The other thing is, having the kids help me with this, because I just couldn't do anything really, was hard. It was hard. Just to get this to where it is. And I was ready to build a 4-foot extension. Now I'm thinking of redoing the whole table and just making a 10 by 12, and just, doing big stuff, or 8 by 12, 10 by 12. Or 6 by 12 might be better. Garage sale? I'm not going to comment on that. Obviously we would do something, but if you're coming here thinking board games, no. Isn't it cheaper to just build a storage shed on your farm? Yes, eventually. But here's the thing with that. You're going to have to put in electricity. You're going to have to put in air conditioning. And during the transition, it's going to take us a little while. Now, you got to remember, storage sheds aren't the most secure thing. You have to deal with bugs and stuff like that. For me, it's a little easier to, right now with the 2 climate control, because you got to remember, I live in Florida. Let me go up here a bit. Let me change the camera, because this is driving me nuts with this thing in my face. With Florida, the extreme heat, by the time I can get that air conditioned, right now, we the way this is going, and if we do it, we're tapping all our liquid resources, and it's going to really make things tough and hard. Marco Omnigator. Yes, matter of fact, I saw a video when he showed that off. But that's down the road. Right now, I would move it into the house because the space that we have is a lot bigger in there. The home is close to 4,500 square feet, and the other home is another 2,000 square feet. So I have enough for an office to do it the way I want to, but because I don't want to overwhelm the area, I need the storage units as a staging area. We're going to drop a shed later and build an office out there. But right now, it's a matter of just kind of getting things there, set everything up, and then, kind of keep going with this. And then you got to run internet out to that shed too. There's a couple of challenges there. The main thing is just getting internet to the house. CenturyLink is dial-up. I mean, it's 1990 all over again, and it's something that we're not willing to do, and it could be a potential deal breaker if it wasn't for the fact that Comcast or Xfinity, whatever you want to call it, signed a deal with us. The Villages could use a true board game club. Well, that's good for them. No, I'm a man unto myself. Not just the chess or card games. This could be an interesting opportunity for you once you settle. No, I have no interest of clubs or people. It's just how I am. You don't have other internet options? No. The other thing would be Starlink, but that wouldn't be until 2023. The Xfinity is the best right now because we need the gig and then we need the upload. The reason we don't have the problems that we have is because, we have some problems during the summer, as you know. Sometimes, every once in a while, we'll kick out. That's just the internet. But the upload is the key thing. Okay, you get a gig down, and then we get 40 up, and with 40 up, that's great. The upload is the key thing to what we need, and they're able to provide that and keep us going. So that's the way I would do that. Oh, sorry, medication just dries me out. All good things come in time. Yeah, you see, here's the thing. You have to be very methodical in what we're doing here. Now, for all I know, all this can fall through. And I'm going to sit back and enjoy relax a little bit. All this can fall through, and we could just stay here, which, in my heart of hearts, I'd rather stay here. But when my father-in-law was on his deathbed, I promised him. I swore to him. And I've lived up to it to a degree, but now I've really got to come up. I swore to him. He was unconscious, and I remember whispering in his ear, and I promised him that she would never need for anything, and she would never be alone, and I would take care of her. It would be my personal job to look out for her. And she's been like a mother to me, and she's been fantastic to me. I have a fantastic mother-in-law, and she means the world to me. I don't even call it's almost shameful to call her mother-in-law because I call her mom. I always have, and she always looked at me as a son. And I always swore to her that I would do what I felt was right. And do I move her in here? Well, I got an extra room. I can do that, but she's still independent and she still wants her own space. It's just, she's a couple miles down the road. My son's only a block down from me. So it's not horrible, but here's the thing, folks. And I don't like to really bring things up of how things are going in the world, but there's a lot of things you don't see. The middle class will not be there anymore. There'll be upper lower class, and there'll be lower class, and then high class. They're trying to wipe the middle class out. Hold on here. You don't know what to do because you. I have to be out of here by 11 because we have another showing here. Okay. Not a problem. I will take care of it. Let's see. Hold on here. Can you go into why you don't play games with people? Why it's much more... yeah, I can go into it. Every person I've run... Let me get back to what I was talking about. And where we live, corporations have been buying out the houses and leasing out houses. And that's what's been going on. Okay? People are... I got to be careful how I say this. We'll just call them corporations. But I think you know what I'm talking about. One of the offers we got here was from those corporations. They want to buy it. They just bought 3 more houses and they lease them out to people. And they lease them out at an amount where people can't save money to buy their own homes. It's hard to buy homes nowadays. Okay? And interest rates are going to go up. So if you don't make this move, you end up being in a neighborhood full of people that don't care about their home because they don't own it. So do you go and isolate yourself on a farm and just know, hey, this is the way, we know that we're going to take care of our place. We've got the land. They can't take it from us. It's ours. It's a tough call. It's the way I see things. Okay. Let me go back to a question here. And you all should be thinking that. Because every time... I just have to answer this. You guys get to sit in on this. Please make sure... Blah, 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 blah. Yes. I know I will be out of here in time. Oh, lover. And these corporations, and they come in, they say, listen, you don't have to worry about appraisal. You don't have to worry about this. We're giving you cash. Another trick is, and that we notice, is people will overbid on your house, but they'll say, well, we'll only pay a couple $1,000s over the appraisal. So they try to get your attention and they go, okay, you got your house up for $400,000. Well, we'll give you $420,000. And of course you're going to want to take that offer. But you got to read the little lines there because it's more to get you, and they know what it appraises at because they look at the comps. That house is only worth $390. So instead of coming at you and saying, we're going to give you $390. So when these companies come in and they say, we're going to give you cash, there's no appraisal. There's only an inspection. Is everything good here? Well, geez, everything's new. Everything's new. We know what this is worth and what everything around here is worth and what it's going for. And because they're driving up the price because they're making it so that they can give you cash. Cash. And would you rather have a closing where you're not relying on something? Well, I want this house, but I can't do it unless the bank approves my loan and my house sells. Boy. Whew. Okay, so let's go down. You don't have other internet? No, I answered that. Big Bang. Hi, all. How you doing, brother? Darren Smith, how are you? All good things come in time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Absolutely. Can you go into why you don't play games with people very much? In more detail? Yeah, because everybody I've always met, it becomes a chore dealing with other people's attitudes. I've always been pretty good. I enjoy playing with my son and stuff like that. It's just if you don't know somebody very well, I don't care if I win or lose. You just want to play the game to play the game, and it's hard to find somebody of your same mold. people are, alpha gamers, not just, I don't, when they take it too seriously, you know, I always feel funny having people here on top of it. I just like doing what I feel like doing, You may suggest again, hey, I'm really in the mood to play this. Nah, I don't want to play it. Okay, I want to play this. When I come out here, I just do what I feel like doing. Or Justin may come up and say, hey, you want to do this? Yeah, all right, Just. And him and I get competitive against each other because he's my son. But you always got to worry about people's feelings and things like that and stuff like that. And I just don't feel like dealing with it. I enjoy spending time with you guys. If you guys will like watching, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. I've never had a problem with that. Just being about as real as I can without, not real. That's stupid. I just become so comfortable doing things myself or with my son or my son-in-law that I kind of, there's very few people that I like to do things with. Tina, I always enjoyed doing things with. She was a lot of fun. I love doing things with Tina. But she's a very rare person, And then sometimes, this isn't to sound egotistical at all. But, sometimes instead of people just wanting to come and concentrate and playing on the games, they're more enthralled with all the lights, all the games, It's like a candy store instead of just... And I've had people over, at times, and they're more interested in seeing all, that, or maybe being on the internet or something, where this for me, after all this time, doesn't mean anything to me. Let me rephrase that. I got to be careful with my words sometimes. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't change who I am. It's just me hanging out with you. It just is. Okay. We want to buy your home, but won't your property value skyrocket if you want out? I don't know. There's a lot of things to it, to be honest with you, Jay. Hi, Rob. I'm from Brazil, and you are such an inspiration from my painting. Oh, that's the other thing that we want to do. Project Z, we're going to be painting. And I just wish you health and strength, because changes are part of life, and learn from them makes us stronger. Yes, I agree. Thank you so much. That's very nice. Bah. They'll get rooting and like it. They'll get nothing and like it. Exactly. The most games I have played over years at conventions make me realize I just want to have fun, and I don't care that much if I win. Yeah, all the games I played at conventions kind of turn me off to playing with people because, oh God, why will middle class disappear? Because if corporations are holding your home, okay, and you can't afford to buy a home, and you're living in their rundown places, well, what does that mean? They're trying. I think sometimes these corporations are trying to buy everything. I'm going to tell you a little story, and it's about a doctor I know, and this is kind of how things are happening. I knew this doctor, and before he died from COVID, which is a whole nother story, he used to hire. Now this is how messed up this is. He used to hire moms, single moms, okay, to work for him and pay them a very low wage. On the other hand, he owned 38 homes, okay? And he would rent these homes out to these people at a price that they could just barely afford it, but it'd be cheaper than if they went and rented something else. And he had control. Okay? Because he controlled what he paid him. And also, they would have to pay him back the money that he gave him for the land that he owned, which were all write-offs for him anyways. So he had control over all these people. He controlled their lives. They could never save enough to buy their own homes, these poor women. And he would, have this absolute control. A lot of these corporations that are buying up these homes from people, because let's face it, homes are worth more now, right now. But if your home goes up in value, so does the one that you want to buy. So they buy it out and they're squeezing people out. It's I see it. I see it firsthand because we're watching it. We're sitting here watching it. Let's see. What time is it? Okay, I just got to be careful. Okay, so that I hope that explains your thing, Cohen. Playing solo games with a glass of wine is to unwind. That is what inverted board gamers do. I don't drink wine, so I'm not inverted. No, listen, when I play games, I'm playing with you. I play them here. I don't sit here by myself and play games. I'll learn something here and then turn on the camera, and then I feel I'm playing with you guys. And the people that like it and like what I do, they watch it. And the ones that don't, they don't. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to this is my outlet. This is fun for me. This is I enjoy spending time with a lot of you that I know. The Richards, the Dans, the Ricks, the Big Bangs and Zebliks and things like that. All right, let me see if I have this monitor a certain way, and I have to adjust this at some point. Totally understand that Rob took me a bit to find a group of folks I enjoy playing with. There are good groups out there, don't get me wrong, but I don't have the time or the patience anymore at my age to sit there and try to develop a group. It's I have this. I have this. This is my group. You are my group. And some of you come, some of you stay. And for me, this is what works. This is what's enjoyable. Am I introverted board gamer? No. Playing solo game. Okay. Okay, Dan. I quite enjoy the early days of your videos where you were gaming with your daughters. They, or at least one, seem to really enjoy it. Apologies, don't recall the names. Janice wasn't my daughter. She was staying with us. We were helping her out. She loved playing, and I loved playing with her. She was a corker. My other daughter, Victoria, used to play, but she works a lot now. Justin has his own family, and it's just me. So now it's just me and you guys. We were talking about that not too long ago. I gotta keep an eye on the time. We were talking about that a while ago, and my wife used to get a kick because she goes, it used to be so much fun because we play at the kitchen table, and then she would be cooking something, and then she would show off what she cooked, and we would eat while we play. It was a lot of fun. It was a different time, but everything evolves. I got more. I got going more in it, and then not in it, but wanted to do bigger things and do it a hair more professional. Not that we ever got professional, but I miss it. I miss those days, but I also like what I'm doing now too. Tournaments, absolutely not. No, I will guess you own 390 or 400 games. No, more than that. If you saw the video, I think there was just 400 there. Going to my first convention in 30 years. I can't see it next weekend. Actually, scares me to death. Don't be scared. It'll be all right. Show. You see, my problem is when I go to conventions, I spend half the time trying to tape stuff so you guys feel like you're there. That has always been important for me, is to make you feel like you're with me. A lot of you couldn't go to a Gen Con. A lot of you couldn't go to Origins or didn't live here to go to Recon or any of those. So filming it, bring it to you, really makes a difference. I have glasses. The problem is it doesn't magnify it. So there you go, John. Let me see. Solo board gaming nights. I get you. Life experiences can sometimes show you the rough side of people. With time, I have found myself doing a lot of things on my own. There is a lot of great people, but they are hard to find. Okay, so I think you guys are... That doctor is a scumbag. Yes, God rest his soul. He passed away. Slumlords. That's what I'm getting at. They're taking these middle-class homes, buying them, and turning them into slumlords. And how do I turn down that cash offer? Oh, wow, I don't have to go through an inspection. I don't have to pay closing costs. They'll pay it for me. It makes sense. And there's a lot of things going on that I'm fighting with myself over. And it's so hard to make the right decision, because there are people that really want this home that if you saw and it puts you in a position, and being someone that's a humanitarian, you want to help people. It's just sometimes you have to be a businessman too, and that doesn't make it easy. I owe my soul. Oh, let me just clarify something. I am not introverted. I like people. I really do. If you come up and meet me, listen, I have a hard time with it because I always think of the comic book thing with Marv Wolfman. How it was so important to me that when somebody, it's always a disappointment to meet your heroes. That's a saying. Listen, I fish. I have an old guy I sit and fish with, and a couple of people, and we have the best time. We just talk about life and stuff like that. And I met the guy, and we just hit it off. And I look forward when he goes, I'll get a text. I'm down at the lake. You coming down? All right, let me grab my pole. I'll see you guys later. I like being around him. He means something to me. My doctor, who is my best friend, I love being around him. Two of the guys I work with are my closest friends. I miss them terribly, because I work a little bit of different time for a certain reason. I miss them terribly. I've done things with them. We do all kinds of things together and enjoy things, and I enjoy people. I really do. Gaming is a little different. It's not that people are bad. It's just, it's very, very hard to find the right people. Plain and simple. It's very, very hard to find the right people. We got a few more minutes, so I'm going to keep going here. So, no, I love having you guys come in here all the time. I really do. I'm really hoping that, we can pull this off, and it's going to be bumpy for the next six weeks. I plan on having some taped playthroughs of things. I've really got to tape hard in the next week if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, and we're getting ready. And then, there's a lot of moving parts to this. So hopefully it works out. And it's a big life change. It's a massive life change. And But I think it's going to be better for all of us. I think you're going to see things a little differently. Justin, who will be in the same house as we are with my grandkids, are going to, he said he wanted to help do things more on the channel. So we're going to evolve, hopefully. Okay. And I think it'll be better because it'll have a touch of the old days, but the touch of today, of where we're at now. We'll be able to put up more posters and things and make things look cooler. And you know, when I turn on the camera, there'll be so many things for you to look at. You'll be looking at little things. And sometimes that's more fun than the video itself. I owe my soul to the company store. I think a lot of people on YouTube forget you can make channels for fun. You don't have to be a massive channel with millions of subs. No, you don't have to be. I'm really enjoying what I do, and I enjoy my company with you guys. I really, really, really do. Oh, heck, I forgot. I have a gaming convention in 3 weeks. 2 weeks. Wow. Just like that. I brought Predator for my wife because it was so cute. What a huggy, complicated thing. What a hugely complicated thing. On the other hand, been waiting for 40 years for my high school friends to get back together for games or phone calls. Are all about divorces and golfer. The thing's too far. That's what it is. Golfer operations. It's never happened. We'll be watching and waiting for your updates. I'll be there. Yeah. Again, this isn't to say I'm going away. It's when we finally come back live, which we're going to be live for a couple weeks because I told the Queen, I go, listen, I go, unless you know, I don't want to kill the channel. And I don't mind paying the extra money to put the thing in. This is what I enjoy. This is how, when I retire, or whatever happens in the future, I want to, spend time doing this because I enjoy it. We've done it for 5 years and it's been successful for us. It's been enjoyable for us. Yeah, we're branching out to different things. You saw the comic book thing, which is starting to get a little bit better. The sci-fi thing, I just made a trailer for it. It's like the old Creature double feature trailers. So the intro, I think, is almost cooler than me explaining the movie. You'll see that next week. Next week is Gorgo. And then we come back the following week with Marvel 2-in-1-2. And then I've got another big... No, not Gorgo. Gamera is next week. Gamera is next week. 2 weeks after that is Gorgo. Yes. So I got a lot of things that I'm having fun with. We're going to be doing different things. We're going to be having Justin help us. This was the plan all along, was to evolve and become more fun and be not a slave to things. There are 10,000 people doing the new second edition of Valeria. When I get to it, it's a while away. The same thing with Set a Watch, the new Set a Watch, which looks cool. Oh, who's that? John, thank you for the $5, bro. All right, let me see if I can do this now. See, now you gotta jump me up on a Godzilla. All right, because we got to wrap this up, and I got to get going here because we got people coming to look at the house. So let me do this. Which one is this? Yes, it's that one. Oh, there we go. All right, John, does he get the Godzilla? No, we haven't heard of Godzilla in a long time. All right. Oh, see, he's ticked. He doesn't want to move either. The move is going to be, we have a magic item here. And it's Labatt's Flying Fist. I found a card. I have 3 sets of these cards. All right, guys, listen, plain and simple. Okay, I want to make this plain and simple. I'm going to try to squeeze as much live stuff as I can this week. We're going to play some games. We're going to do some things. I'm even going to try to squeeze in a Sabutio thing next weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. There are a lot of moving parts. I'll keep you abreast of what's going on. When it comes time for us to kind of move everything, we'll have a little farewell to this home, which has been, we raised our children in and everything, if everything goes well. And then we'll have a nice welcoming stream as soon as we can. And just, it's going to be good. The channel's going to come back stronger. The channel's not going anywhere. There's going to be plenty of videos. I will be creating at all times that I can up until the last moment. And then during the transition time, I'm going to have some really great videos that I hope you guys will really, really enjoy. And then when we come back live, we are going to be better, bigger, faster, stronger. All right. And, this also has a lot to do with my health too. So, and I also, there's a lot of moving parts to this, but if you're not moving forward, then you're just standing still. And, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. And I think I would have done well in college if high school didn't get in the way. But I can promise you this much. Okay. I have the heart and the desire and the drive to continue this and make it better than it's ever been. I leave this open and very welcoming to each and every single one of you. I love you guys. Okay. I don't pull any punches, but also, you want to know something? I don't want to complain anymore. All I want to do is make good content for you. It may be stuff that you've seen 1,000 times, but when I get to it, I'm going to have fun doing it. And if you're there with me, that's a great thing. It's a great, great, great thing. Okay? I don't pull punches. I tell you how it is. And a lot of times you may not like what you hear. But, honestly, I don't have this animosity towards anything except I want all of you to be happy. I want all the people in YouTube to be successful. And I want this channel to be successful and a happy, safe zone for you to just enjoy yourself. That's all. That's all I want in the end. And I hope to do this for another 10 years. I thought about hanging it up, but when I sat down and kind of, because of how I've been feeling, it hadn't streamed in a while, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed it and how much I love it and how much it means to me to spend time and see so many great familiar faces that I do with all of you. So the plan is to keep going forward, to make it stronger. The channel's taken a hit because of trying to redesign everything, and now we have this that got thrusted upon us. We'll see where we are. I'll keep you up to date, but we're at the point where we can do some live things for a couple of weeks, and then we'll see where we go from there. I will try to fit in as much as I can over the next month, as far as live events, keeping you update, having some fun, maybe just coming on in the middle of the night because I can't sleep because my stomach is doing twists and turns over the logistics of all this. But the most important thing, we'll be together and we'll get through it. And when we come out the other side, we'll be better for it. Okay? No matter what happens. I love you all. Be good. We've got a showing in a half hour. I got to get these dogs out of here. All right. It's been great seeing you guys, and I will see you all soon. Stay in the game. I always will. I will always stay in the game, and I always tell you that, nothing hits harder than life. I always told you from that Rocky thing, but you have to keep moving forward, and this is a perfect example of everything that I preach. How you've got to be bigger than the moment. And I will. for all of you. Okay? I love you all. We'll see you soon, everybody.